Welcome everyone to Geeks at the Roundtable, episode 55. I am Ren Geekness, of course, and here's my co-host Zach Pope. How are you doing today, Zach?
You know, man, I'm good. Almost done with My Hero Academia, and that's all that matters at this point, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, plus yesterday we got the Suicide Squad trailer, dude. I have watched it like 37 million times already. I am a King Shark stan, dude. I am buying any toy, hot toy, Funko Pop of him and Weasel and Harley Quinn. Fuck, man, that trailer looked awesome. And I know we're about to talk about it, but like...
Yeah,
man, it was a great Friday to get that trailer.
It was.
Which, can we be honest, friend? They're clearly releasing all this DC stuff because of the Snyder thing, right? I mean, they kind of have
for sure.
But you know what's funny? A lot of people expected the Suicide Squad trailer to beat Mortal Kombat's record for Red Band, and it didn't.
I like the Mortal Kombat trailer more, not gonna lie, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, I do too, 100%. I'm gonna be honest, we'll talk about it. So,
yeah, we'll talk about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we cover the latest news, and this has been a very, very busy week. And then we go on to your live questions. So if you want a question answer, start throwing it into the comments, into the live chat below. If you want to guarantee 100% that your question is answered, consider super chatting the show or even going through the tip link in the description, because it really supports the channel, it supports me, supports the video. Also, yesterday, as Zach said, was a very busy day. We both have the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode reviews, so if you haven't watched those yet but want to join the conversation, go check those out, as well as reviews for the first 3 episodes of Invincible, which I'm really excited to watch the rest of the season. I'm sure you are as well, Zach. And also, we had 2 movies for Movie Club last week. Zach recommended Kick-Ass, if I'm not remembering wrong, and I recommend Batman Under the Red Hood. So if you want to get into the conversation about that as well, start throwing your thoughts on either both movies or just one of them in the comments, and we'll highlight them in between our topics. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into our first topic, something we were just talking about, something Jack Alexander just brought up in the live chat. Thank you for being here, Jack. The Suicide Squad trailer just came out.
Yep.
And it's exactly what you expected. For better or worse, I had a lot of fun with this. I had so much fun with this trailer, dude. Right from the get-go, they're in their underwear. They're not dressed up. It seems like they were just woken up and they're going into this mission. I love the conversation about dicks and the beach being filled with dicks. And if you had to eat and the entire beach's worth
for
of
liberty.
Dicks for liberty, no problemo. Harley Quinn, that's all I need to say. Harley Quinn, man, what a very energetic, colorful, in a figurative and literal sense trailer. I'm so much into this. I'm not gonna watch anything else from this point because I got my fill.
100%.
I got my fill.
This is kind of like Dune, Mortal Kombat. I don't need to see anything else for these films. I don't want to. And can I say the first thing that stuck out to me in this trailer, besides King Shark, Harley Quinn, dude, shout out to Joel Kinnaman. Completely different character. This is the most I've ever seen him, like, weirdly enough, it seems like this is kind of like, because here's the thing with Joel. I feel like a lot of the films he goes into, the script's always a big issue. But he's really good in this trailer. I like the vibe more for his character, Rick Flag, and all that stuff. So I'm really excited for this. But so I got the one thing I keep saying is that this seems like an R-rated Guardians of the Galaxy, which that's kind of what the Suicide Squad kind of is, in a sense. But
that's fair.
The thing I'll say about this is that I am so excited for this movie. But I'll also say this. I did expect more from the trailer, weirdly enough. I really did. Okay. I don't know what I expected. I think I expected more action. And it's definitely more comedy. That trailer's a fucking comedy. And I also will say this, and I think we talked about it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, who's going to die, who's not. Everyone you see on that poster, that's who's alive. That's your main team.
Oh, yeah.
I think that opening beach sequence we saw in the behind-the-scenes footage at DC Fandom, clearly the Pete Davidson, the Nathan Fillion, the Savant, Michael Rooker, they're all dead. They're all dead, and it kills me because that means Weasel's dead too. That means Weasel's fucking dead in the beginning.
I told you, dude. If you're friends or related to James Gunn, you're going to die if you're cast in his movie.
They didn't die in fucking Guardians, so I don't know.
There's an exception.
Know. Yeah. But the other thing is, a lot of people were wondering. I see Joe Fletcher asked, "Who is Taika Waititi and Benicio del Toro?" I didn't even know Benicio del Toro was in the movie. Did you?
Same. No.
I don't know.
No idea.
Benicio's playing. Okay, I actually might have a feeling now, because we haven't seen. Is he actually in the movie?
I don't know. I mean, Taika is playing Ratcatcher 1. That we know. So we found out
because that came out. That came out, and people were like, "There's no way." Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that came out that he's playing, and because I know a lot of people are saying that he might be playing Starro. So Benicio is not confirmed, unless was it in the trailer?
Okay.
I didn't see him, but from what I'm seeing, it says I didn't see the name at the end.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Me neither.
I mean, I could be wrong. Because the only thing I have here is that it's rumored that James Gunn wanted him. So the only thing I could say is maybe he is playing. Maybe Benicio's playing Starro for all we know. And I'm just not expecting
Starro to talk. But one thing this trailer did surprise me, Zach. We didn't see, because we already saw that sizzle, so we had a little bit of the action parts.
Yeah,
I was expecting a little bit more of story.
Yes, me too.
Even though it's James Gunn, I don't know if we're.
You know what my girlfriend said when I showed her the trailer? She goes, "That looks like a lot of fun, but it looks super chaotic, like super chaotic." And I'm like, absolutely. I agree. I mean, the way it opens up, I was trying to piece in my head. I'm like, okay, so how are they like that? And then how does that tie in with the rest of the? You know what I mean? Like I was trying to piece it together in my head.
Yeah, I think it will all make sense in the movie. I felt the chaos, but I didn't see it as a bad thing necessarily.
No, I think it's a really great trailer. I think it's a really great trailer.
For sure. Leo, our good friend from Geekly Goods, is here. He did not know that Taika Waititi was in this. He is. He's playing the first Ratcatcher, which, by the way, I just like to bring up this fun fact, but the actress who is playing Ratcatcher, like the main Ratcatcher, Ratcatcher 2, she's from Portugal. She's a Portuguese actress, and you can clearly tell she's not. Her English is not her first language. Like, no, I'm not saying I'm a better actor or anything than her, but I like to think at least I speak a better English than her.
I'm really excited, man. I'm so excited to see all these characters. I think that's and honestly, like King Shark just looks fucking awesome. Sylvester Stallone is King Shark.
Does not sound like him.
No, honestly, when I heard Hung, it sounded like him to me. It sounded like Stallone.
Once I knew, and I saw the trailer again, I was like, this could be Sylvester Stallone doing a cartoon voice, or what he thinks of as a cartoon voice. But without knowing, I would have never have guessed that is Sylvester
even
Stallone.
In my
because it's very high pitched for him.
Yeah, the second I heard Hung, I said that's Stallone. There's no way that's not Stallone.
I questioned it. I was like, is that Stallone?
But I also knew the second that happened, I'm like, that's not Taika either.
Oh, yeah, 1,000,000%.
I know a lot of people
that's not Taika.
But I like that Stallone is this. I like this more dumb version of King Shark. I think that's who King Shark is. Yeah. Every comic I've ever read of him. Like, I know people say, like, the Flash version of him is a little smarter. I like the dumb version more. So.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's a wrong version, but when I think of King Shark, I think more of something along the lines of what he's like in The Flash. But I love what he's like in Harley Quinn. He's dumb in Harley Quinn.
Dude, I'm so happy with this though. Who's the character you could give one shit about out of these main ones?
Out of these main ones, Ratcatcher, to be honest, or Rick Flag. Either.
I gotta be honest, John Cena
right now at least.
The Peacekeeper. I think he had that funny moment, but I didn't really care. Yeah, I need to see a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of, I like John Cena a lot, in Blockers and stuff like that, but
so good in Blockers.
I gotta be honest, it seems like a one-trick pony in this movie.
I mean, he's getting his own show. He's getting his own show, so you gotta believe they're doing something special with him.
They gotta be. They have to be. I know other people taking bets. I know we're talking about deaths. I do still think there will be some big players in this that die out of the main lineup.
honestly, these three I could see die. Even though it's Polka Dot Man and it's James Gunn, he's gonna survive for the longest time, but I can still see him die.
So,
Rick Flag as well, and Ratcatcher too.
Okay. So I think it's Bloodsport, Polka Dot, and Rick Flag. Harley Quinn.
You think Bloodsport dies?
Oh, I have a feeling yes.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't want him to. I'd love to be wrong, but I think Ratcatcher, Harley Quinn, I think John Cena, and I think King Shark's safe too. But I wouldn't say that because he killed the first original Groot off. So
that's true, but he brought him back. It's still a Groot, you know.
Yeah. So maybe King Shark has a baby with Constantine. Or
anyway, going to the verdict, Zach. What do you think? What's your ultimate verdict for the trailer for the Suicide Squad?
9.5 out of 10, man. I loved it. I'm gonna knight the whole damn trailer, and I don't want to see any more. I seriously do not want to see any more of this trailer. I don't want to know any more about the story. And also, we didn't really talk about the Thinker.
Oh yeah, Peter Capaldi.
So I think he's the actual villain because his poster has Starro all over it. It has it has Starro over it. So yeah,
I think he's the actual villain. I think he might be controlling Starro even.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
All right, I'm nodding it as well. Very excited for this. Great trailer, great first trailer. And it's the first trailer. That's really what brings it up quite a few notches for me. All right, continuing with the DC stuff, let's go into less exciting news, because earlier this week there was an interview with a Warner exec by the name of Anna Sarnoff, I believe. I think that's the name. It's a few days old, so I couldn't quite find like the news article itself, but she had an interview, and in essence, she confirmed that Warner is moving on from the Snyderverse. They are continuing with the route that they're doing after the 2017 Justice League and what movies came after that, and that's our main universe. That's the timeline we're in, that's the timeline we're following, which, yes, it's disappointing. I prefer Zack Snyder's vision of the Justice League. I prefer his version of the universe. I love what he had in mind to do next. You guys know I love Man of Steel. You guys know I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. But it still feels kind of stupid, Zach. Because, yes, keep that original Justice League, whatever you want, as the main universe. But if you are diving fully into the multiverse and you have a movie like The Batman coming out and you have all these different universes in your movies, why not still do Zack Snyder's? You have a multiverse.
Or at least keep the door open. Don't shut it down right away.
Or that, but the thing is, you're committing to the multiverse. You're celebrating that you're committing to the multiverse. Walter Hamada's quote is, the multiverse allows us to tell all kinds of different stories, which means you're happy to share stories of different universes, different timelines. So why are you closing this out? We're not even saying... I don't think people who are saying, like Eric Thorpe in the chat, #restore the Snyderverse, which, sure, I'm backing that movement. I don't even need that to be the main universe, but let that be a universe. I know there's probably problems with Zack Snyder because he has trauma, let's say, with working with Warner.
And honestly, I'm sure he doesn't want to come back right away.
Yeah, I'm with you, but again, don't close the door. If you're going to do multiverse, do multiverse. That's just the thing I don't understand. Yeah, that's just the thing I don't understand. You have a multiverse, but now you're being selective about the universes. Like, people like this. People are asking for this. Yeah. Lean into that. Like, you brought this up, but it is. But you brought this up, but even if you don't do another 2 live-action Justice League's movies in Zack Snyder's vision, do animation, do rated R animation and send it out. Don't put it in theaters for all I care. Put it on HBO Max directly. Like, it just doesn't click in my head, Zach. I just don't understand what's their thought process. How about you?
Honestly, like, it's tough because the movie did fairly well on streaming. It did fairly well, especially around the world. The issue with this whole thing is why come out the day after the film pretty much premiered, or the weekend after? There's shit all over it. I can't fathom it. I can't tell you. I can't understand it at all. I think it's complete bullshit. For me, I'm with you. That's exactly what I was going to say, is that the multiverse, you have it, you have that understanding of it, so why not double down on it? You could have a world, and even if Snyder didn't want to come back, the story's there. And you know who I would say? Like, say Snyder's like, I don't want to come back to direct it. You know who I would love to see finish his story? And maybe people won't agree with this. Patty Jenkins. They're fucking great friends. And I've been seeing this. True. All their films, like, they say that this isn't the canon version. How can you not say that? Where, like, the end of the movie, Aquaman's in the back of the truck leaving. And where does the Aquaman movie pick up? In the back of the fucking truck. Where does Wonder Woman? It sets up... I would even arguably say it sets up both of her films in a sense. And honestly, The Flash, his one moment in particular, I'm like, wait, this is The Flash, Like, that's what I want to see. So it's interesting to just see how they come out about it. And then they shut down the Ayer cut. But I kind of get more of the Ayer cut. They have a new Suicide Squad film coming out. That's not like, if there was a new Justice League film coming out this year, I don't think the Snyder cut thing would have been even a fucking fathom at all. So, but I think it's gonna bite him in the ass. I'm gonna be honest. I still think there's like a 50% chance we get some restoration of it. But yeah, you have the CW, you have Titans in their universe and stuff. You have this. You have the Batman, the Joker, all those Elseworld ones, and then you have the main universe. It's not do the multiverse. It's not hard. I mean, audience members are not that stupid. They understand, they get it, and it's just
Zach just died, guys. I didn't take him out, I swear. I didn't take him out. Maybe he's having some router problems. I'm sure he'll come back. But yeah, I'm with you. The weirdest thing is, and I don't know if you'll agree with me, but let's look back at the 2017 Justice League and all the drama we heard about it. Like, Warner Brothers was not liking the movie, and they just wanted to completely change it. The skeleton of the movie is still the same. They just cut half of it out, and they added a bit more humor. But if you look at it, they didn't even allow Joss Whedon to do anything with it. They didn't allow him to change the story because the story didn't change. If you write a one-page outline of what both movies are, they are the exact same thing. Batman gathers the League, Cyborg needs to touch the mother boxes, and they end up resurrecting Superman, who helps them fight off Steppenwolf in the end. Little details are missing here and there, yes, but the skeleton is still essentially the same, which is the weirdest part. So even after Zack Snyder's Justice League, what we would call the Justice League isn't even the Justice League anymore, because clearly Warner Brothers didn't allow him to do anything creatively speaking. I'm just going to look over if I have a message from Zach. Okay, Zach will come back. His power went out. So let's just proceed with the topics. Patrick Burrow is here, Eric Thorpe, Tyler Van. Thank you guys so much for being here, for joining the show, for joining the conversation. Anyway, I'm throwing this in the dungeon. I just can't wrap my head around it. If you have a multiverse, do a fucking multiverse. Especially if you do the thing of releasing Zack Snyder's versions of the future movies or whatever just on HBO Max and not in theaters. People will understand it. This is a different universe, and it's just a new story with these characters' different versions. All right, everyone. Let's go into our third topic, and I actually wanted Zach to be in here because I can't speak for the game itself. I know I should have played it yet, but financially speaking, I just haven't had a chance yet. So let's bring it up because it has been announced that Sony has teamed up with Chad Stahelski, director of the John Wick movies, or co-director of the John Wick movies, and they are working on a Ghost of Tsushima movie. The statement reads by Asad Ooh. Kizilbash, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, even though I'm sure I'm not. The statement reads, "We're excited to be partnering with Chad and 8711 Entertainment, which is his production company, I believe, to bring their vision of Jin's story to the big screen." The head of PlayStation Production said in a statement, "We love working with creative partners like Chad who have a passion for our games, ensuring we can create rich adaptations that will excite our fans and new audiences." So, as I said before we actually dove into the topic and the news, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet. I really want to. It sounds very much up my alley. It looks incredible. Zach speaks nothing but good things about it. I really want to try out the Kurosawa version in black and white and all that. That just sounds amazing for a game. But this is very much up my alley. Like, I love the work of this director. I love the feudal times of Japan. I love samurai movies. So this is all around very exciting. Again, for someone who has not played the game, this is just fantastic news for me. So Patrick has not played it yet. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. In fact, I'm going to break away. And Zach is back. Zach, how excited are you for the? Yes, how excited? How excited are you for the Ghost of Tsushima movie? While I search for something.
Dude, this is like the perfect thing ever. And you still haven't played the game, right?
No shit. Look at that. It's still 55 pounds. Fuck's sake.
Damn it.
It should be much cheaper by now.
Max just sent you money.
Oh my God, Max! Thank you so much. Just send just a donation to support the show. Thank you so much, Max. I appreciate it. But do you like to steam up Chad to direct the Ghost of Tsushima movie?
Yes. And the thing about Chad is, I think he knows world building, and Ghost of Tsushima has a lot of that. But I think what he does really good is atmosphere in action films. We've seen it in John Wick with the neonness and stuff like that. We've seen it in Hobbs and Shaw. He's really good with building atmosphere around his action films, and I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to be one. And honestly, like, the action is a big part of it, the sword play, stuff like that, the samurai battles, but they are very much more low-key. Like, there are some, they're respectful battles, If you're fighting against a boss, he knows that this is a respectful battle. It's just going to be us two. No one else is going to join. It's really interesting. I know a lot of people are wondering who should play the main character. Honestly, you could literally get the voice actor because he looks. They did the mocap.
Who is the voice actor?
He's not big, but I don't think you need something big here. I actually think this works just in general.
Hang on, so it should show up at any point now. Here we go. I would suggest, is it Daisuke Tsuji?
Yeah. Looks just like him.
Let's see, Daisuke.
It literally looks just like him.
And he has been in... Oh, he's in A Man in the High Castle. He's in Brockmire, a show I don't watch, but I've heard about. Yeah. I think you could get... I was going to suggest the guy who's playing Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat, Joe Talsim, or Taslim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But honestly, this would have been my first choice to be a director, to be honest with you. So, but I'm excited. I mean, cool. Let's do it. Let's do Ghost of Tsushima, man. I am. The only thing is, I will say, little. I hope they just don't go straight up action film, because that's not the reason I played Ghost. It really is a lot more than that. So
they probably have if John Wick is anything to go by, I'm sure they'll have a lot of world building, a lot of lore, a lot of character.
So, I hope so.
So yeah, I'm excited, and I promise to play the game before the movie actually comes out.
Are you a person who likes doing side quests and stuff in a game, or no?
I will give priority to story.
Okay.
But I enjoy them.
So let me tell you about Ghost. When you do Ghost, just do the main story first. Unless you need to level up or something. Because the issue with Ghost is its story is really good, but it's actually pretty short. Like, you could play Ghost in one sitting and beat it. Okay. Like, I would say. But the add-ons add to the world, but honestly, the side quests are kind of dumb. The cool add-ons is, like, to earn like special armors and swords. Like one of these swords that you can get, you have to fight 12 different samurais all across the lands in these extravagant areas that are absolutely beautiful. And those are like the best parts of it all.
Okay. All right. So I'm knighting this just because even though I haven't played it yet, I really want to play this game. I love the work of this director. So, and you, who has played the game, Zach, I'm betting you're knighting this as well.
Yeah. When I saw this come out, I was like, yes. And it's so cool because we're getting Metal Gear Solid casting. We're getting this. I'm open to it. It's just, here's my one thing. Since Sony started this whole division of video game movies that they really want to push out, or like video game properties coming to life, like Last of Us. I have a lot of faith in Last of Us, so that's what I'll say. But the first one that is going to be out of the gate is probably Uncharted, I would assume. And I'm not that excited for that one. But to say the least, I am really excited about Last of Us next year. Ghost of Tsushima will probably get end of next year to 2023, I'm assuming. When's God of War? I'm going to tell you, I think this year we hear about God of War movie or show.
Let's hope. Who should do the God of War? Who should do the God of War thing? Zack Snyder. There, I said
it.
Zack Snyder or Gareth Evans?
Yes. But also, it depends what Sony decides to do. Do they decide to do...
It's true.
Actually, no, because I think Zack could do any of the... Like, depending on which God of War game they wanted to do, Zack could do it.
You start with the first.
Yeah, that's what you would assume so. But I could also see him doing 4 with flashbacks.
No, don't. I'm a God of War purist, so don't. Do the trilogy and then do the PS4 one.
The other thing I will say, if they do God of War, I think it'll be a show. Oh,
for sure. That God of War cannot be a movie. That's what I'll say right now. You cannot do God of War as a movie. Just doesn't work. But anyway, let's go to our penultimate topic. A lot of DC casting and just news in general, Zach. So we gathered them up in just one topic. So Zach, I'm going to give you all the DC news. You're going to give me your ranking of how excited you are for each of them. Okay? Oh, I took you out instead of the thing. I saw it.
Okay.
All right. So Zach, first piece of DC news: Emerald Fennell from Promising Young Woman writing a Zatanna script.
Hell yeah.
Then Ron Livingston replacing Henry Crudup as Henry Allen, Barry Allen's father. Helen Mirren has been cast in Shazam: Fury of the Gods as Hespera or Hespera, who's been described as a daughter of Atlas. And last, but certainly not least, and you can kind of tell which one I'm ranking first, Pierce fucking Brosnan has been cast as Dr. fucking Fate in Black fucking Adam. Zach, start with the worst and leading us. Lead it. Not worst, but the one that leaves you least excited to the one you're most excited for.
So wait, we got new Henry Allen,
Mirren,
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan and Emerald Fennell writing as a Zatanna script.
So first off, all the casting for The Flash, not a big fan of. They had that TikTok star. They had that. I mean, there's a lot in there that I'm just very... And I love Muschietti. I've been saying it. I'm really, really, really excited to see what he will do with The Flash. Not excited with these casting announcements. None of it gets me excited. The fact that, and if it's true that, one of those kids is Ebon Thawne, I mean, that kid better have blown it away in his fucking audition. But the way I look at Thawne's older than The Flash. Every iteration I've ever seen, he's way older than The Flash. So I don't know, man. And it makes sense if he's older because he's from the future.
I mean, technically he's way younger.
Okay, yes, technically he's way younger, but you know what I mean. He's older than
I know. I'm messing with you.
So I just all the Flash casting below. Probably the most Ron Livingston's a good, like, if they would have casted Ron in the first, like, oh, Ron's a good, like, Barry Allen dad, you know?
And it's not like they're throwing Billy Crudup away. Like they have to cast someone, you know?
Yeah,
because the father,
you have to have this role.
And I always thought, even watching Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 weeks ago, I looked at that scene between Henry Allen, Ezra, and Billy Crudup, and I'm like, this is so well cast. Like, not if they played each other, like as a younger version and an older version, but as a father and son, that was so well cast. I still think it's really well cast in that sense when it comes to Ron Livingston.
No, I agree. I think that's good casting. The rest of it, nah. So this is at the bottom for me. Next one might surprise you, but it's only because I'm more excited about the other two things so much. Actually, I'm weirdly enough going to put, like, 3 and up I'm really excited about. So don't get me wrong when I say this. I'm going to put Emerald at 3. Just because she's only writing. She's not directing it. So far. Now, if it comes out that she's directing it, this goes number 1. 100%, even over Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. Because even though that's a lot. I love Promising Young Woman. I adore that movie. I'm so excited for Emerald. But my whole thing for that thing is, I would rather have, like, I want you doing both, you know? Mm-hmm. And the only thing is, I hope that, you know, maybe she's doing an indie film next or something. But happy for her, getting that paycheck, doing the writing. Fuck yeah. That's what we want from you. Number 2, Helen Mirren joins Shazam 2. Now, this is more of a thing. I love Helen Mirren. She's a great actress. I am so excited for Shazam 2. The first Shazam is one of my favorite DC films of all time. I literally adore this character. Shazam is one of my favorite DC characters of all time. So I'm just excited that the movie's moving along, because you know what I thought after I watched the first one? Yeah, we're not getting a sequel. I was like, it's great, but it's not going to make the money. It made enough money for them to go, we're going to do another one. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. And I think this one will do stronger at the box office. To a certain extent, I think it will. Just because it is now a more household name. You're getting bigger actors in there. And this is only the start of the casting. Who knows who else they'll fucking cast next? So
that's true.
So, that's true. You know, if they want to bring in these gods, I mean, could you bring David Talise back as Ares? I mean,
that'd be great. I would love it.
So I love it. But my number 1 is Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I mean, you and me have been talking about who are they going to cast as Dr. Fate. And we actually thought they were going to go African American for this.
Or Arabic.
Or Arabic. So Pierce Brosnan, I mean,
fuck.
Can I be honest? I think he's been casted for a while.
Whenever these news come out, it has happened like weeks, maybe even a month ago. So whenever we get news, just know that people involved have known this for a bit.
Yeah. So Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I mean, it's the casting I never thought that would be there. You know what I mean? Like, weirdly, like, we don't think, like if you would have asked me 2 months ago, hey, what do you think about Pierce? Great pick, but I don't see it happening. It seems, now, this is the one thing, you know, I would love a Dr. Fate spinoff. People were like, I don't know if Pierce Brosnan can do they can do a spinoff of Dr. Fate with Pierce Brosnan. Yes, I'm just saying. So, it doesn't matter on his age. It's not like he's fucking hand-to-hand combat, guys.
Also, Dr. Fate is a character that has had multiple incarnations. Several people have been Dr. Fate, because Dr. Fate is a position, you know.
And that could just be how this movie goes. This could be.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he's about to end maybe he's the leader of the Justice Society or whatever. And this is it for him. That would be cool for me. I mean, I would be down for it. And maybe the next one is an African American or an Arabic actor.
As long as we have a Dr. Fate in the long run, I don't mind that it's not Pierce Brosnan. But for Black Adam specifically, this is a fucking exciting casting, dude. Like, I think it deserves a chef's
honestly,
kiss.
at this point, I just want to see the tone of the film they're going for. Or is it going to be more of a Shazam? Is it going to be a little bit darker, more, you know, action-packed type thing? Mm-hmm. I know it's The Rock. I know, you know, he has that comedic thing to him. But when I think Black Adam, I don't think comedic at all. I think very, I don't know about you, dark. I mean, I feel like Black Adam's whole origin story is dark.
Oh, it is. Not that the film can't be comedic or have comedic moments, but I don't think it should come from Black Adam himself. It should come like from the heroes, the other characters.
Oh, like Hawkman and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Hawkman, like Adam Smasher, even though that guy has no comedic chops or charisma whatsoever.
Yeah. We already... Do we think he's going to be the worst part? I mean, just...
Oh, he's... So far, of the parts we know we're getting, I think he's going to be the worst part.
Yeah. I guess we'll see, though. I mean, this is... I still want to see what the story's about. There's still things that, like, I'm super excited for Black Adam, but I still... And there's no release date for this film yet, so I'm going to assume it comes out next year. I think that's...
Yeah, because they're starting shooting in, like, 2 weeks or something. Yeah.
I think this film comes out... I think it takes Aquaman's spot, and Aquaman gets pushed back.
When is Aquaman's next December right now?
I'm pretty sure it's
December.
Next
I think
see.
Black Adam comes before that. Depending on when they finish.
It's supposed to release December 16th, 2022. Also,
Black Adam comes before that. But I think Black Adam comes in the summer.
You think so?
I think so, because they're starting shooting in April.
No, there's no way. There's no way Aquaman sticks to that date.
Why not?
You know what else is on that fucking date? Avatar 2. There's no way they stick to that date now.
Ooh,
there's no way. There's no way in
They're
hell.
moving. They're moving for sure.
And they're not going to stay in December. I get why they put it in December because of the last movie, but like Disney owns December for the next few years. It's Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars. I mean, that's what I had a feeling on. Let me see, because next year's The Flash. When's The Flash's release date?
I think it's May.
November.
Wow, I was off.
and Flash is going to production this month.
Yeah.
Black Adam might not come out until but Black Adam might not come out until 2023.
I'm still betting on 2022.
Do you think any of these get moved up? Maybe The Flash gets moved up?
Maybe The Flash, yeah. If it goes if it starts production the next few weeks, as they say it will. I hope so.
Wait, but okay, so the release date... Oh, no, they still have it for this year.
Okay. So I'm going to rank it now, Zach.
Okay.
Least exciting, I'm going with Ron Livingston as well. Not that I'm not excited for it. I think he's a really good actor.
Casting of The Flash?
Yeah, the entire thing of it. I'm just worried at this point. More things to worry about when it comes to The Flash, as if I wasn't used to it at this point. But yeah, Ron Livingston is literally the only thing I'm like, yeah, I liked it. But because it's coming off the back that they had to replace someone else who I already loved in the role, you know, it's a little bit of a sour pill to swallow. In second spot, I'm going to go with Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is an incredible actress, and she looks stunning.
I mean, she's better than you, right?
Way better than me. Like, it's no competition. We're not even playing 2 leagues apart. We're playing like 5 leagues apart. She's all the way up there. But I'm not the biggest fan of the first Shazam, but I'm a fan of hers. I like David F. Sandberg as a director in general. So I'm not saying I'm not excited for this. It's just something that I need to know a bit more of what is the role she's taking on. Mm-hmm. In second place, I'm going with Emerald Fennell. Not for the exact same reasons as you, Zach. I'm very excited for her to write, and I think there's a chance they just haven't announced her as the director just yet.
It's weird. Why wouldn't you announce her at the same time?
Because that way you can have 2 pieces of breaking news for people to talk about Zatanna.
Can I ask you something?
Zatanna is not
Do you think if she gets the Oscar when she gets announced as director?
Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
I think she has script in the back. I think she wins script. I'm gonna tell you right now. I wouldn't bet money on this. I think there is a 45% chance Promising Young Woman wins Best Picture.
Oh yeah, it's
Dark Horse.
It's the clear. I think clear favorite.
I think Nomadland is still it's gonna win. But right underneath it, it's Trial of the Chicago 7 that's kind of just barely edging it. And then there's 2 dark horses. There's Minari and Promising Young Woman. Mm-hmm. Because they're both gaining that steam. So, we'll see.
True. But I think that's it. I think there's still a very strong chance Emerald gets announced as the director because they want 2 pieces of breaking news about it, and that way we keep talking about Zatanna. Because Zatanna is not the thing that's going to pull the general audience, but a director who just won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, maybe that's the one.
Or Emilia Clarke in the role.
Oof. Or Alexandra Daddario.
Oh.
And at first, of course, it's Pierce fucking Brosnan as Dr. fucking Fate. I am so excited to get this character in live action. The Rock announced it himself. Such a pleasure to announce the final member of Justice Society, the badass statesman, Mr. Pierce Brosnan, who has a Twitter, turns out, as the iconic and all-knowing Dr. Fate. I'm grateful to have such a talented, diverse, and hungry cast. And as we said, this is very exciting because we did expect it for them to go younger. There were rumors that Alexander Skarsgård was going to take on the role, and he still could, because again, the helmet is the thing that matters here. The helmet takes possession of you, you become Dr. Fate. So the helmet could take possession of anyone at all. So, but this is nevertheless...
This is a great cast. Aldous Hodge.
This is great casting. Aldous Hodge and The Rock, Pierce Brosnan. This is super exciting. So, overall, I would give a night to DC's announcements in general. Maybe there's 1 or 2 I'm not too excited about, but in general, I'm up for it. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, I just want to know the story. I mean, at this point, like, I hate when movies, like, they're like, oh, we're making a movie. It's like, oh, what's the synopsis? Oh, we're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. And can we mention something? Because I feel like people don't know about this. I want to talk. See, George mentioned it, and I kind of want to talk about this real fast before we go into the last topic, the Spider-Man 3 stuff that came out yesterday. That thing, that is real. Just so everyone knows, that crew thing is real. I know there was kind of thing. Do you want me to find it and send you it again, so we can put it up on the screen?
Hang on. I was going to bring up a tweet I tweeted because it's the easiest way to find it.
So for everyone who doesn't know, this is kind of like a little bit of news, not like huge, but I feel like for people who are wondering, is the Snyderverse real? Is this actually going to happen in Spider-Man No Way Home? I think this is official, not confirmation, but it's happening. This is the official crew shirt for Spider-Man No Way Home that everyone got. This is their little goodie bag. And who is that? What spider suit is that? That's the Amazing Spider-Man. I like this one. But it's Amazing Spider-Man.
It looks like a fucking basketball, dude. How do you like the suit?
I'm all for that. Yeah. But it is the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. That's it. A lot of people are wondering, what's he on? Do you have any guesses? Is it Doc Ock's arm? I don't know. It doesn't look like it, but
I don't know. It looks. It's.
You know what I think?
I'm gonna say something, Zach. Zach, I'm gonna say something. It looks like it could be the leg of a spider slayer.
Ooh! Hey, but you know what I think's underneath these 3 things? I think it's Toby, and I think it's Tom.
I was going to say it's the Spider Slayer, but you could be right.
That too. But then other people looked at this thing. If you zoom in on the Spider-Man photo thing down in the left-hand corner that says Stills, the Stills thing, that's Sam Raimi's font.
True.
So
because Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is the only one that works at the Bugle.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield's didn't start. Yeah. Tom Holland's didn't start. Yep. That's clearly Tom Holland's suit.
The guy who posted this deleted his Twitter, deleted his Instagram. Yeah.
Why did they have a King of the Hill thing?
Sting of the Hill.
And a Jabba.
This is what they got. It's not. They always get fun things like this. Like I know someone shared what they got for WandaVision, but on one of the WandaVision things, it was the headband. So that's the thing, you know. There's a lot that kind of goes into this, and you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's fake." This is real. This is a real shirt. This is a real thing that someone got on the set. So it's happening. You know, we had our doubts after WandaVision, but it is 100% happening now, and it makes sense because Garfield hasn't, like, he's not down. He has 2 films coming out this year. Now 3, it looks like. So, do you know he has a film with Lin-Manuel Miranda coming out this year?
For Andrew Garfield?
Yes, it's called TikTok Boom. It's
I did not know
Lynn's directorial debut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's for Netflix and stuff. But big thing on this, man. I feel so bad for Garfield for any press he has to do for the next year.
Yeah.
But I also will say, it is really pretty crazy that we already got a Suicide Squad trailer, but no Space Jam 2, which comes out in 2 months. No.
That's the thing. If a movie, but it's a bigger movie as well, but for movies that are coming out on streaming, and I know they're coming out in theatrical as well, but for movies that are coming out on streaming,
but why don't we have a Space Jam 2 one? That's 2 months from now.
Your marketing window gets very, very small. People will be much more excited for the Suicide Squad. People will be much more excited for Mortal Kombat. So I think Space Jam is going to be that niche thing. Do you think they released
Suicide Squad this week because of the Snyderverse stuff? I mean, you can't tell me they announce all this DC stuff the same week. All within days.
I don't think that is why, but I think that is a factor.
Okay, because it's just weird to me. And then the black and white version went on HBO Max without them even announcing it. Really, they're just like, it's out there.
Yeah, we don't have HBO Max out here, so I can't see it. Not that I'm interested in seeing a comic book movie in black and white.
How much is it to buy out there? How much is it to buy out there on that service? Do you know how much it is?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I got a screener, so I didn't. Okay, bother.
I was curious because in Canada, 1.1 million versions of it was bought.
Oh wow. I have no idea, but I would guess it's probably like 20. If anyone watching is from the UK and has checked on Sky how much just Zack Snyder's
let's just say so $20 Canadian to US. So that's $15.86. So let's do $15.86 times
a million.
A million. 15 million. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Just saying, that's a lot of money for just one little place.
Yeah,
that's all their money though.
I know, but it doesn't. It just proves that wouldn't have made a lot of money at the box office.
It is coming to theaters in United States, though. They did say that.
Oh, that's
we're
awesome.
Getting Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and that.
Damn, that's cool. All right, let's go to our final topic, the big news of the week, that Disney moved a shit ton of dates, ladies and gentlemen. Kareem Daniel, chairman of Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution, came out with the statement. That day's announcement reflects our focus on providing consumer choice and serving the evolving preferences of audiences. By leveraging a flexible distribution strategy in a dynamic marketplace that is beginning to recover from the global pandemic, we will continue to employ the best options to deliver the Walt Disney Company's unparalleled storytelling to fans and families around the world. Black Widow moved to July 9th and will now release on Disney Plus and theaters on the same day and date release. Premiere access will be available for $29.99. They also changed a few other theatrical release dates for several upcoming films, and they include Free Guy, which moved to August 13th, 2021. And if you guys have not seen Ryan Reynolds' announcement of this date, go check it out. It's amazing. Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings moved to September 3rd. The King's Man, Shock, moved again to December 22nd. They're putting this movie 5 days after Spider-Man 3. Good luck with that. Expect an 8th delay, ladies and gentlemen. Deepwater moves to January 14th,
or move up. Maybe it gets moved up.
Or move up. Yeah, I'm just saying it moves. I'm not saying it moves back or up. Either way, it's going to move. It's not coming out 5 days after Spider-Man 3. Deepwater moves to January 14th, 2022. Death on the Nile moves to February 11th, 2022. Luca, Pixar's latest film, is coming directly and exclusively to Disney Plus at no charge whatsoever, and Cruella is also getting a day and date release day. But I believe, Zach, if I'm not mistaken, Cruella is also free on Disney Plus, even though it's got a theatrical release on the same day.
Too.
It's premiere, okay, but we haven't had the announcement of a price. Zach, I know what you're probably gonna say, but me, as someone who lives in the UK and the theaters only open over here on May 17th, I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. It makes all the sense in the world for you to finally try something like this, for you to finally try Premiere Access with a big blockbuster like this. Here's the thing. You've tried this with Mulan, you didn't do it with Soul, and you tried it with Raya. So I think it may hurt their buys when it comes to Disney Plus. However, the fact that we're getting it in theaters as well, the fact that theaters will hopefully be open in 85% of the world, let's say, and hopefully vaccines will be on full rollout to most people by then, I think this will go well, because even if people, I don't want to pay $30, well, guess what? You got the vaccine and it's in theaters, so go sit your ass down, grab a bucket of popcorn, and eat it. So I have nothing against these changes, apart from Luca, which I think should have an equal day and date release with Premiere Access. How about you?
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on all this. I'm happy they moved Black Widow back. I'm happy. I'm going to be honest, I am happy, because I understand. It sucks I have to wait, but what it now shows me is this movie is not getting pushed back again. It is coming out July 9th, no matter what happens. Good. The movie needs to come out. That's just the thing at this point. It has to come out. I still don't believe they should do the Premiere Access thing. I don't care what anyone says. This is a movie that just needs to be in theaters. Flat out. I don't mind if... I honestly think... 45 days after, you can buy it on Premiere Access if you want, or it's free. I don't care. Whatever you want to do for Disney Plus. But this is an experiment. If it does good, you will hear an announcement that Shang-Chi is doing the same thing.
Oh yeah,
100%. But this is the big factor, because I don't think Cruella is going to do great. Cruella will do decent, but I don't think Cruella does, the numbers that a Premiere Access should be. This is your film to test. Is Premiere Access worth it or not? This is the movie.
Yeah. This should have been the first.
Yeah. Now, I understand why it was pushed to July 9th is because nothing was on July 9th but the Forever Purge, completely different. They couldn't have pushed it in June because you have The Conjuring, you have In the Heights, you have Luca, and you have Fast and Furious 9. Yes, you could have probably switched Luca and them, but you're not going to put Black Widow the fucking week before Fast and Furious 9. But also,
it's the
Black
same.
Widow's coming out
the
the week
same
after
targets.
Top Gun.
Oh, nice.
And the week after Black Widow, it's Space Jam. I mean, it's stacked starting in June, man. Every week there's something. Now, can you scroll down to the other release dates real fast? So Black Widow, I'm fine with. Cool, whatever. It's probably going to be best. Free Guy, August 13th. Comes out the week after Suicide Squad. Nowhere else to really put that film. I got to admit, I think all these Searchlight movies, they have to have at least some goodness to them. I imagine Free Guy is a great movie, or I feel like Free Guy would have ended up on Hulu. I'm gonna be honest with that.
Oh yeah.
Same with Kingsman, Deepwater, and Death on the Nile. Now, I think Death on the Nile got pushed back a lot more for another reason, which I'll get to in a second. But Free Guy, super excited about. You know what I'm talking about, so we'll get to that. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That is a terrible release date. I'm gonna tell you right now.
For the United States.
Yes,
the United States.
And you know why? Because of the Labor Day weekend. Nothing does good on Labor Day weekend. Now, maybe they say, hey, we're gonna defy the odds. You don't defy the odds with
because it is Marvel.
Yes, but it's a new Marvel property. I'm gonna tell you right now, this gets pushed back again, or pushed up.
Pushed up. I would say pushed up.
One of the two. But you know what movie didn't move out of all these? Jungle Cruise, still in July.
But that's already coming out next year.
No, this is this year. Jungle Cruise is this year.
It's this year? Huh,
yeah, July 30th, 2021. It was supposed to come out last year, man. Last
I know.
July. So, but also on the 3rd, Resident Evil is also coming out.
Who cares?
Yeah. I'm getting more excited for it. But
it's Netflix, so
yeah. No, it's not. This one's not Netflix.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is Sony. Sony's releasing it.
Okay.
But yeah, Shang-Chi, super excited about. I don't love that release date. That is a killer, but could be different this year. Kingsman, at this point, like, thankfully, I think we've only gotten one trailer for the movie.
2.
So in the film,
we got 2.
Yeah, in the film space, I know it's been forever, but like my dad doesn't know about this movie, and he would be excited because he really likes the last 2 Kingsman movies. So, not too stressed about this one. I think it ends up getting pushed to next year, though. The other movie, though, is Where's Antlers? What happened to that movie?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
Why?
That one is probably going on Hulu. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I don't.
Why do you not care about that movie?
Because the trailer didn't look good.
Well, I know someone who's seen it.
Okay. I hope it's good. Just the trailer didn't look good, so I'm not excited right now.
Deep Water. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's gonna die in January. It's gonna die in Guys, January's not a dumping ground anymore. I'm sorry. I don't think.
Especially now we can't. This upcoming January, we can't judge like a normal January.
Yeah, you guys can call me a hypocrite because I just said September 3rd's a dumping ground. But it kind of still is. January's kind of been proven already to be different. September 3rd has not. So we'll see. Death on the Nile, this easily got pushed back farther away because of the Army Hammer stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much he's in the movie. It seems like he's a main character.
He's one of the main characters.
Is there any chance you see them recasting and doing something with it?
No, not at all. No way.
I'm gonna tell you, I honest to God think 70% chance they do it.
Wow, you're going big. What do you want to bet? Because I'm willing to.
I'm not betting anything. I'm not fucking betting anything. But
I'm not saying money. But let's bet something. If I'm right. If I'm right and they don't recast whatsoever, you have... Oh, I got it. You have to do a video essay, so something big, on Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, God. I have to watch it? I've never seen it.
Yes. You gotta watch it, dude.
Okay, and then if I'm right, if they recast it... Or, maybe they added his roll down or something. But if that happens, none of us win.
Okay, yeah.
If it rolls like literally less than 10 minutes, because I think that's another factor. They could go in there and just chop that shit up.
It'll be complicated if he's one of the main characters. But yeah, if they do something like that, neither of us has to do anything.
Okay. But if I'm right... I want you... What's something you don't like?
Just don't ask me. Whatever you ask me, just don't ask me for a video essay. I'm just genuinely not good at those.
That's fine. I want you... I'll have to think about it. Okay. You don't need to announce it
in the show. But anyway, Zach, I'm knighting this. I think it's overall good decisions that could create some issues, yes. But I think it's overall a good decision on their part with what they moved and to where they moved it. Yeah. Like, the only thing I really don't like is Luca being...
That's me too.
That's exclusive on Disney+.
That's the one thing I didn't get to mention.
Yeah, so you're knighting it too.
I'm knighting it besides Luca. Luca should be in theaters. I think it's absolutely... really stupid not to have it in theaters, but that makes me think I don't think Raya did good for them on Premiere Access.
Oh, it didn't unfortunately, but it should, because it's amazing. It's like my 3rd favorite film of the year.
Oh, Disney, it's my besides the Snyder Cut, it would be my number 1.
All right, what, Zach?
What?
Malcolm and Marie.
It dropped a bit. I watched it again. I still really like it. It's still my top 5.
Traitor!
No, I like it.
Anyway.
Here, do you want to know my... Here's my top 10 right now. Justice League, Raya.
And what? Number 1?
Dude, I've seen that thing like 4 times. If I could watch Raya...
I'm not judging. Yeah, I'm just surprised.
No, it's just... But here's the thing. Like, it's more of an experience. Like, if I was ranking this on, like...
That's fair.
How it was made... I mean, it would probably still be my top 10, but like 10. But my number 1's Justice League, 2 is Raya, 3 is Saint Maud, 4 is Mass, 5 is Judas and the Black Messiah, 6 is Malcolm and Marie. 7 is Shiva Baby, which comes out this next Friday, and you guys all should fucking see it. Number 8 is One for the Road. Number 9 is The Fallout, which I just watched at South by, which I literally was only planning. I'm only going to watch like 3 films from South by. Holy shit, that was really good. And my number 10 is The Courier with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Really good movie.
I don't have a top 10, but my top 3 is Malcolm and Marie, A Quiet Place Part 2, and Ryan the Last Dragon.
Hey.
So that is it. All right, let's start with your live questions, as Zach has to leave in a bit, so let's get as much done as we can with him. Will there be spoilers for Falcon and Winter Soldier? If you guys ask something about the episodes, we will talk about it freely. That's all I can say, really. Who do you think Taika Waititi? Okay, we talked about this. Taika is playing Ratcatcher number 1, and we don't really know about Benicio del Toro, to be honest. Eric Thorpe, good friend of the show. Thank you for being here. Can they please kill Captain Boomer? They probably are. I don't like it. I wouldn't want them to kill it, but they probably are.
Yeah.
Jack Alexander, how much money did Zack Snyder's Justice League make? Do you know, Zach? Because I haven't seen the numbers.
Money-wise, no. Streaming-wise, okay. It did good.
Okay.
It's just, it didn't do as good as Wonder Woman 84, though. That's the number.
That's what I read. Like, I read the headline that it didn't
Wonder
do
Woman
as good.
streamed 2.2 million. I think it
was it like less 20% than Wonder Woman did? I think, or something like that. Yeah.
Because I think in the United States it was like 1.8 million.
Okay. Joe Fletcher, why would Warner give Zack Snyder a reshoot that sets up another universe if they were not going to do another? That's the thing I talked about last week on Zach's live. And that is, yes, I did not like how that nightmare sequence was inserted into the movie, like as it was just a dream sequence, a random dream sequence that Bruce Wayne was having in an afternoon nap. But that is very smart of Zack Snyder to have put in there, because Warner Bros. Just gave him freedom. So he put that in there, because that way we're talking about it and we're demanding to see the rest. So that was very smart of Zack Snyder.
And that's the big thing. And also, guys, they did that for free. Ben, Jared Leto, all of them did that for free for him. This is the thing. People don't get it. They love Zack. I mean, if you guys haven't seen videos of like Jason Momoa like just hanging out with Zack, like giving him a gift and stuff, it's like
drinking beers between takes, drinking Guinness.
They really like each other. And I don't know if you've seen interviews. Patty Jenkins says that's not our Justice League. The canon version of Justice League is Zack Snyder's. Her, James Wan, they're all for that. James Wan isn't as outspoken because he's very knitted into Warner Brothers, but and honestly, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me right now.
Marvel's looking at all this.
Oh.
If he doesn't sign an exclusive deal with Netflix, because I think he's going to, I'm going to be honest with you, Ren. I think they get him for a Marvel film.
I don't think he can sign an exclusive deal with Netflix, but I think he can sign an exclusive first look.
That's what I mean, a first look deal, like David Fincher and stuff.
Yeah.
But usually when you do that,
which doesn't impede him to make a Marvel movie, because if he's going to work for Marvel, he's not going to have an original project. So any original project Zack comes up with, it could have a first look deal on with Netflix.
So I'm going to tell you that I think you know how Marvel is. What did DC do the second Marvel or Disney fired James Gunn? They literally grabbed him and told him, "What do you want?" And that's why I told you that Superman thing yesterday. I think there is, and hear me out, maybe I'm going crazy, I think there's a 5% chance Superman shows up in the fucking movie. In a small thing, they're fighting Starro, they can't defeat him, they're about to kill him, and Superman just comes in and plows him into the wall and kills him.
I mean, it'll end the fight really quick. That's all I said.
That's fine.
But
like at the very end.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Dude, I would love it.
But yeah.
But no, Snyder's smart.
Yeah, he is.
So.
All right, Patrick Burrow, all the way from Down Under, says, can we just point out how brave and selfless Batman is in Zack Snyder's Justice League? After the Darkseid turns up, when the Unity is formed, he jumps down rushing to face Darkseid no matter the cost. That's Batman. That's very true. That is very, very, very true. What else we got? Hey, Ren, where can I buy a Lord Draken figure like the one behind you? Okay, so this Lord Draken figure, this is from the Lightning Collection, is the collection, the main series of Power Rangers figures that is coming out right now. I have the latest wave on the way here right now. This Draken figure I just got on Amazon because it's one of the oldest waves right now. I was showing it to the computer. I should show it here.
Yeah.
This is one of the earliest waves, so I don't know really how you can get it, but try Amazon, try Forbidden Planet, try Big Bad Toy Store. It probably won't be like at the regular price at like $19.99 or $25.99, but I got this one for like $30. It's a bit more expensive than normal, but it was still a okay price, and it's Lord fucking Draken, so I had to have it. So try those stores. Zach, any other like sites for figures that you can try? Zavi. Try Zavi. Yeah. Zach
I
has
do discounts. Go to my
he has discounts
on one of my videos. Real fast, breaking news.
Oh shit! On Saturday?
It's not huge, but I think for you and me, it's huge. A lot of us have been looking at how's the box office going to do money wise. Godzilla vs. Kong comes out next week in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Nobody came out this week.
It's
projected to make $8 to $10 million. That's really good. That's really good. It
is,
dude. It was projected to make $4 last week.
I mean, it's good compared
for
to
a
projections.
Small film like that, though, that's like a $30 million. That's big. That's big.
What movie are you talking about?
Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, Nobody. I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Godzilla versus Kong, and I was how the fuck is that good?
No,
that's
dude,
not good.
Almost everywhere around me, showings are sold out of Godzilla.
Wow, that's good.
And then Buddy did get an A- cinema score, which is really
all right. Cool. All right. So the Minisian, I hope you find in any of those sites. I hope they're still available. Geekly Goods, our good friend Leo. Have you played the Final Fantasy VII remake? I don't play Final Fantasy. Never cared for those games.
It's really good.
How about you, Zach?
I liked it.
Okay. All right. Eric Thorpe. Ren. I was going to say Zen. Ren, since you aren't in the US, I am not yet. Did you get the Justice's Gray version where you are? Not that I know. Like, I didn't search for it. I luckily, thankfully, blessingly got the screener, so I didn't bother in buying it at Sky. I'm going to buy the Blu-ray physically, that's for sure. But yeah, I didn't check if I had that version available to me. But it's a comic book movie, like Logan being the exception. I don't care to watch comic book movies without color. So yeah, I'm doing a marathon of Danny Boyle's films at the moment. Which is your favorite and least favorite? Well, favorite is easy. It's Trainspotting. Trainspotting is a fucking masterpiece. Least favorite? Unpopular opinion. I'm not saying the movie is bad, but my least favorite? Off the top of my head, I'm going to search, so take this with a grain of salt, but my least favorite's probably Slamdog Millionaire.
Wow.
Yeah, again, not saying it's a bad movie, I just the one I care the least
I don't
for.
have a least favorite of his, honestly, but I also haven't seen a lot of his movies. Honestly, I love Steve Jobs. That might be my favorite one I've seen of his. I love Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs is so good.
Okay, his
filmography is an opening. Filmography is an opening, but okay, here it is. So, I mean, Slumdog Millionaire. Oh, no. My least favorite of him is Trance with James McAvoy, Rosario Dawson, Vincent Cassel. It's fine. It's fine, but that's for sure my least favorite of his. I haven't seen all of his. I had The Beach. The Beach is half and half. But I haven't seen all of his, but probably The Beach. I'm going with The Beach. Final thoughts is going with The Beach. Do you think Mark Strong will return in Shazam 2? Maybe for a cameo, because he's in jail. He's not dead, so there's a chance.
But the Caterpillar, isn't the Caterpillar supposed to be the main villain?
Yeah, maybe. Or Helen Mirren is, and the Caterpillar will continue to be set up for
the third?
For the third,
I feel like the third would have been Black Adam.
Mr. Mind. Hopefully. Hopefully. Is Falcon and Winter Soldier being good for you so far, and what is your expectations for the rest? I'm loving it so far. We both have reviews for the episodes, so you can go check those out. I'm excited for what's to come, man. Only 4 episodes left, unfortunately. How about you, Zach?
I really like it. I have small issues with the editing, though, for the episodes. No, seriously. I think they're trying to get it down to a certain length. I know, I'm messing
with you.
I had one issue with this last episode, but apparently everyone hated that I had that issue, so...
Yeah. Andrew Wage, good friend of the show, is here. Jorge, I preferred John Wesley Shipp as... I mean, yes, but not for Ezra Miller's Henry Allen. They look nothing alike. But I agree, he's awesome as Henry Allen in CW's The Flash, which is my favorite Flash. Joe Fletcher, I wanted Daniel Craig for Dr. Fate, but I'm happy that Brosnan has been cast. That would have also been amazing. But look, they got Timothy Dalton in Doom Patrol, I think, or in Titans. I don't even know.
He's in Doom Patrol.
He's in Doom Patrol. There's only one Bond left, man. If they want to keep casting, I threw it over on Twitter that they should put Daniel Craig as Vandal Savage if they ever want to bring Vandal Savage to the movies, which would also be a great addition to like a Black Adam or something. Jorge, we talked a little bit about that. Thoughts on Spider-Man 3 ended filming today. We talked about this. I will say this, though. That film isn't coming out in December, guys. Just be ready for Spider-Man to be delayed. I don't like it, but there's no fucking way, dudes. Katya Net is here, good friend of the show as well. Thank you for being here, Katya. Wasn't Brosnan rumored to be Alfred in the Batman before Andy Serkis was announced? I've always thought an old Bond actor should be Alfred, since his past is alluded to as being part of the Secret Service. I never read that, but it would have been awesome as Alfred, I'm sure. How about you, Zach? Did you ever hear this rumor?
I never heard that. I always thought it was Andy Serkis from the start.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm pretty sure Andy was one of the first ones casted.
I have that impression too. That's why I don't remember at least ever hearing that. Brosnan was in the running.
For. No, I don't think it was for Ben's. No, I never heard that at all.
Yeah. Jack Alexander, did Disney really think that Cruella would make more money than Luca?
Yes.
Luca would make... You and me, because Luca is an animated film. It's going for the families. So if you put it in theaters, there's at least 3-4 people going, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird why they would do that.
Yeah. Chat, good friend of the show. I honestly don't think it matters where movies get put nowadays. If people want to see it, they'll see it whenever it releases. Heck, look at Black Panther, a $1 billion movie in the middle of February. Again, that's true. I just think that if people are looking till next January as a dumping ground, even if January was still a dumping ground, 2022's January just won't be, because it's very different. We gotta take these things in context. In context.
Let me put it this way. So I used to work in retail. Our slow months, our slow periods were always August to October, maybe even a little bit of November, and also our slow months were January, of course, right after December, and also March to April. Guys, I haven't had it. When I worked there, because I just left, it was busier than I'd ever seen it every single day. The world is different now. People want to be out of their house. People want to be doing things. The reason people aren't going to the movies right now is because there's no fucking movies. That's the honest truth. That's why nobody doing $8 to $10 million and still 25% occupancy in theaters. That's huge. That is really, really big. That means people wanted to go see a fucking movie. And Godzilla versus Kong, man. I think it does 20 million opening weekend here, which is really good for a pandemic. Maybe even 30. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, Jack Alexander. Batman and the Red Hood is my favorite DC animated film. Same here, man. It has so much better quality than a lot of those other movies. Fully agree. Could not agree more. Zach, this is for you. What is Shiva Baby? Spelled wrong. I don't know if it's spelled wrong.
It right. Shiva Baby is a independent
Shiva Baby.
So let me say this. Ren, I know you're not going to like this, but it's the best way to equivalent what the feeling of that film gives you. But let me say, I think you'll like it more than this movie that I'm about to say. Imagine the anxiety-induced feeling that a lot of people felt during Uncut Gems.
Oh boy.
But not because of the sound.
I'm getting anxiety right now.
But you know what I mean, like from what he was doing. So let me.
I was just annoyed. It wasn't anxiety. It was annoyance.
Okay, so you'll like this one more. But you know that anxiety feeling that a lot of people like. Shiva Baby. It's an hour and 18 minutes. It's the most stressful hour and 18 minutes you will ever feel. While at a Jewish funeral service with her parents, a college student has an awkward encounter when her sugar daddy shows up with his wife.
I like this. I like this
dude.
Premise. I like this premise a lot.
And also, her ex.
Is it like comedic?
It's comedic.
Okay, cool.
It is.
I'm excited.
It's really good. If you remind me after, I'll get you the email for the screener.
Okay. All right.
They're still doing it because I saw this film like a month and a half ago. They just said I couldn't talk about it until there was a release date. Because I had heard a lot about this movie because it premiered at South by Southwest last year, and I heard a lot about this movie, and I'm like, I wonder what this is, and now I know.
Yeah. I'm watching a movie tonight that I cannot talk about at all, guys, but something that look out for the first week of May. I told you yesterday that I got a screener for it.
Yes.
Look out for the first week of May. I'm watching something very exciting tonight with one of the best actors working today. Not a very big movie. It's an indie thing, but still look out for it. Batman Under the Red Hood is definitely fantastic. I agree. I've always wanted a sequel to that. Not surprised we never got one. But yeah. Have you guys been watching some similarities and differences between Zack Snyder's Justice League and Justice League on YouTube? No, I haven't. If I stumble across those videos, maybe when I'm taking a shit, and I don't mean this as an offense, but if I'm taking a shit and I stumble across one of those videos, I'll put myself watching it, but I don't seek those things out. How about you, Zach?
Sometimes I don't seek it out, though.
Okay. All right. Joe Fletcher, did any of you guys see any leaks of Godzilla vs. Kong on Twitter? I'm still pissed because now I know the ending. Zach, I'm going to let you go with this one.
I have seen
everything.
Pictures. I'll say this. I still don't know who the fuck wins. I have a feeling because I've seen tweets of like people hinting at something. But I have seen an image from the last 30 minutes that really pissed me off, and I really didn't want to see it. So fuck you if you posted that on Instagram or YouTube and stuff like that.
Alrighty. I have not seen anything, thankfully. I think it's because I stay away like from first reactions, even from friends. I don't want to see anything.
The next My Hero Academia movie has a release date.
Ooh, when?
August 6th. In Japan, it's called the Three Musketeers, I think.
Oh, yeah. I remember
and we now know who the three are.
It's Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku.
Yep.
Shocking.
And Deku is wanted for a crime.
Oh, what crime?
Being too cool.
Oh, okay. I thought he was not paying Uraraka for taking care of their son. Maybe in the fourth movie, that's the plot.
Maybe.
M-Chat, did you hear that the newly announced Transformers film won't be in the same universe as Bumblebee? One of them will be. I believe another one will be like an actual sequel to Bumblebee.
Which makes no sense. Why not just have them both be in it? It's kind of fucking stupid.
I tweeted about it yesterday. The most exciting thing about it is that Michael Bay will not have any involvement whatsoever.
Yeah, pretty big.
Here we go. Tyler Van, most underrated and overrated DreamWorks movie. This is easy for me, Zach. Do you have an answer, or should I go first?
You can go first.
Okay, most overrated. I'm not even going with the movie. I'm going with a franchise. The Shrek franchise is the most overrated. Not saying it's bad, but it's definitely the most overrated. Most underrated. It's actually tough because there's two I should mention. One of them is more underrated than the other. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Legend of the Guardians and Rise of the Guardians, sorry. Rise of the Guardians with Santa Claus, underrated, Sandman, Jack Frost. Very underrated, but the most underrated, ladies and gentlemen, is the comedic superhero masterpiece known as Megamind. Yeah. Megamind is fucking awesome. So yeah, that's my
Megamind.
How about you, Zach?
I'm not gonna say Megamind because I was actually gonna say that, but I'll say a different one. I'll go Over the Hedge. I don't think enough people talk about that one.
I hate that movie.
Fuck you. Overrated.
Is that DreamWorks?
I'll start Hell. Overrated is How to Train Your Dragon. I'm kidding. I just said that to piss people off. I don't know.
Dude, you're gonna give me a heart attack.
I don't have an overrated. I like a lot of the DreamWorks movies, and I hate the ones that are bad.
Oof. Do you think that any characters from the first 5 Pirates movies will show up again in any of the future movies?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Maybe Jack Sparrow, but nope.
I don't think so either, but I also don't care.
I'm going to do one more question. I'm going to do one more question before I got to get out of here.
Okay.
So let's do one more.
Guys, I want to give you a heads up. If you still have the PlayStation 3, I heard that Sony probably will shut down the PSN store for PS3 Vita and PSP this summer. So go on there and look for something. Thank you for the heads up, Diminisian. I'm sure a lot of people will take advantage of that. Zach, do you still have your PS3?
I do, and I don't buy any games online because I knew this would happen one day.
Yeah, for sure. But thank you very much for the heads up, Diminisian. I'm sure a lot of people right now in the chat will take advantage of that because of your help. So thank you so much. Tyler Van. Oh, I saw Godzilla vs. Kong a few days ago because it came out here in Australia. Oh, I didn't know you were from Australia, Tyler. Cool. I don't think I knew that, at least. That's awesome.
I didn't know it either.
It isn't great in my opinion, but I still enjoyed quite a bit. I think most people... Okay, that's enough. I've heard enough, Tyler. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, my man.
I'm happy you got to see it.
Yeah, for sure. Eric Thorpe, I still wish that fake WandaVision leak of Magneto was real, even though it would have meant the finale was spoiled for me. Well, I didn't actually saw it, so
there's a video.
No, I haven't. So if you can find it, you can send it to me.
Pulling Vision and grabbing him. And
it must have been great.
It looked really good.
It must have been great CGI.
Yeah, but it was filmed weird, so it looked like it was like they were working on the CGI. It looked really different. I was like, and I don't know where the fuck that Vision scene came from because it didn't look like it was from any movie or show.
Yeah. So if you can find it and send it to me, I'll be curious now.
I want to answer Jack's question, and then I'm going.
I'm not the biggest fan of anime, but should I watch My Hero?
Let me tell you this.
% yes.
100. So, and Ren knows this. Like, I love anime, but I haven't been that versed in it in a while. Me and Ren made a deal that if he watched Atlanta, I'd watch My Hero, which I still don't think you've watched Atlanta.
Which, in fairness, I haven't started just yet. I have it on the list. I swear, I'm not avoiding it, but I haven't started.
Let's be honest. I went through My Hero really fast, way faster than we anticipated. I am a big fucking fanatic for My Hero Academia. And I was telling, dude, I cried yesterday. In that episode. I fucking cried. I have 6 episodes left before I'm caught up. Let me tell you this. My Hero Academia might be the most accessible and honestly might be one of the best written animes I've ever been a part of. And
it's got a lot of Western sensibilities because it feels very much like a comic book show that just happens to be in Japanese and from Japan.
And that's the thing, like, every season gets better. Honestly, every season gets better. It grows and grows and grows. It is a fantastic show. In fact, I was trying to show my girlfriend one of that one fight scene you guys had me react to, and she told me no, I want to watch the show, and I'm like, oh my god, you're gonna watch it. So I actually convinced her yesterday. So we're gonna start a segment on my channel, 2 different ones. One where I make her watch new things. So she's never seen anime in her life, no movie, no show. So I'm gonna have her watch 3 anime movies and then review them, and she's gonna do Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Spirited Away. I think those are like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, and then
I would replace Spirited Away with Princess Mononoke, but Spirited Away is not. So
that's what I was thinking. But since I'm closer with Spirited Away, and that was that makes sense. Like that was my first Studio Ghibli film. That's why I'm jumping into that one. And then after that, she wants to watch Hunter x Hunter. I've never watched it, so I was like,
I never finished it. I still have.
It's because 2 of her friends got into it, and they're not into anime, and they're really into that. So,
I can tell you right now which episode I'm at with Hunter x Hunter. I'm an episode. I got episode 6. I think so. Yeah, because it's an action adventure thing.
I tried talking her into Attack on Titan because I want to catch up on that one, but she wouldn't do it. She said it looks weird, so I was like,
Zach, before you go though, I don't want to say too much, but tomorrow I am reviewing the second season and last season of The Promised Neverland, an anime that I've kept on telling you to watch.
I know, it's on my list.
I'm reviewing the season tomorrow, and unfortunately I have to say that you should not watch, or at least if you do watch, just watch the first season, Zach.
The second season's not good? No, just like... Because you were really high on that first season.
I was, dude. And I'm even high on the first half of the second season. All I'll say, not to spoil my review for tomorrow, but the second half of the second season has 2 seasons worth of story crammed into it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, but we'll go into all of that tomorrow. And starting on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen...
Is there going to be spoilers in your review?
There are, but I'll warn you. I'll tell you, like, watch until this timestamp, and that's it. But starting on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, Shaman King is returning. So, on this channel, every week on Thursday, we will have a reaction and review for every episode of Shaman King. I'm happy to start inserting more anime more regularly into the channel, and Shaman King was one of my favorite series growing up, so I cannot wait to start the remake this Thursday, and I'll also start reviewing each season of My Hero Academia to then review the 5th season when it ends. But Zach, you have to go, correct?
Yes, I do, sadly enough.
All right.
I love doing this. Are you going to keep doing stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to keep going for like 15, 20 more minutes, so you guys can keep throwing in questions. But Zach, where can people find you, and what do you have coming up?
YouTube, hit that Zach Pope, subscribe. Next week, I don't know, because when the fuck will Godzilla vs. Kong screener come in? I have no fucking idea. Besides that, if I don't get one, I do have tickets bought for Wednesday night, so that review will probably go up Thursday. It sucks. Won't be early, but whatever. And then I'll be ranking the Monsterverse films on Saturday if that happens. If I get to see it earlier, you'll get Monsterverse earlier, but we'll kind of go back on that. Falcon Winter Soldier review, Shiva Baby review, Concrete Cowboy, the Netflix film I also got to see, so that's also coming out this week.
I need to ask for that one.
I have a lot of feelings on that one.
Ooh.
I have a lot of feelings on that one. But yeah, just more movie reviews, man. And I will be reviewing the 2nd episode of My Hero Academia Season 5 because I will be done by then. And caught up. And I'll start my whole My Hero Academia thing that I've been planning, like ranking each season, character, favorite top 10 characters, and just in general, just a little chill back video, just me talking. I finally, like, the title is literally, I finally watched My Hero Academia. I was going to do it after the first season, but then I just kept going and going. I was like, I'm just going to catch up and then do it. So, but thank you so much, man.
I better be on at least one of those. I better be on at least one of those, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have you for the character one. So, but thank you so much, man, for always having me. I have a blast. Keep doing this. I'll definitely be listening to it while I am driving in my car. So, bye, guys.
All right, brother. See ya, Zach. Thank you for joining once again. And all right, guys, we're going to keep going for a little bit longer. Let's say 15, 20 more minutes, because it's Saturday. Let's just hang out for a bit. Eric Thorpe says Sinbad is one of the most underrated. I agree. I just recently watched Sinbad, in fact, and I enjoy it. I was doing other things. It's not like I was fully on watching that film with the intent of reviewing it, but I think it's underrated as well. How to Train Your Dragon 2, I don't agree. Not that I don't love the movie. It's magnificent. But I think it's most people's favorite. At least I have that notion. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. M-Chad, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Ghost in the Shell. I'm definitely in the minority. How dare you, sir? Ghost in the original 1995 animated one is a masterpiece. Oh, man. First person I ever hear saying... Not that you're saying you don't like that movie, but saying it's not that great. Tyler Van, my Monsterverse ranking after watching Godzilla vs. Kong, from best to worst, Godzilla at number 1. Ooh, you got Skull Island at first. I haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong, so Godzilla vs. Kong, Skull Island, and King of the Monsters. So we definitely have the same bottom, but Skull Island is definitely my number 1. then Godzilla, and then King of the Monsters. Again, I haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong, but we definitely have the same bottom one, Tyler. I only watched King of the Monsters for the first time last week, and I hated it. I can't blame you, man. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. Thoughts on Greyhound? I really didn't feel like it at all when I watched it for Oscars. I thought that movie was fine. Like, what is it nominated for? Is it visual effects? Because I don't even remember what it was nominated for. But I remember watching the movie. I was kind of excited because I liked the trailer. I was worried because it was a first-time director. And yeah, it wasn't good, guys. It was really, really not good. It's not an awful movie, but it's just so blah. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just a blah movie. Left no impression on me at all. Literally the only thing I liked about it was Tom Hanks. I didn't like the execution of the film. Nominated for sound. I can kind of get sound. It's not like the sound design was anything spectacular, but I can kind of get it. Max Bolton, hi Ren, do you know how I can get WB screeners? The best advice I can give is you need to try and find a contact, like type in on Google WB press contacts or something like that, and something should show up, like their official site or something like that, someone for you to contact. That's the best advice I can give, and thank you again for another donation, Max. That's very generous. Your second donation today to support the channel. I truly appreciate it, my friend, and good luck. I hope you find it. M-Chat, I'm planning on starting My Hero Academia pretty soon, aiming to watch it all in time for the release of Season 5 dub. Yes, I do watch dubs, please don't kill me. I'm not going to kill you over My Hero Academia dubs, because the main problem I have with dubs is that they change the complete score of the shows, for the most part. My Hero Academia doesn't do that, so even though I would still recommend the sub, the fact that you keep the same soundscape of the original version, I think it's fine. So for My Hero Academia, I don't have a problem if you watch the dub. I would very much still recommend you watch the sub, because it's much, much better. Much, much better. But yeah, My Hero Academia, I don't have a big problem with the dub because they keep the same score, the same compositions and whatnot with the original version. The protagonist, best villain performance ever. For me, it will always be Heath Ledger's Joker. If you're talking about specifically comic book villains, yes. If you're talking about just movie villains, Daniel Day-Lewis as Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood. There's no question about it. The protagonist also says, I'm so disappointed that Tenet did not get nominated for best score. Dude, me neither. It was like my score to beat. Such a unique and pulsating score, one of the best in recent times. Could not back you up more, my friend. I could not back you up more. Really hope if anything happens, I Love You wins best animated short film. It had me crying in a short 12 minutes. Really liked that short. Did not have me crying because I guessed it like the first minute. Not that that's a bad thing. I don't think it takes the impact away. Just, I didn't cry, but it's a really good short. I have not seen all the shorts yet. The animated shorts, that is. So I can't comment whether I'm rooting for it or not. I think I've only watched that and Burrow. The one that came out with Soul. Yeah, it came out with Soul. Burrow came out with Soul. Really like both of those. If any of those win, I'm really happy, but I still need to watch the other ones. I did watch the dub for Ghost in the Shell, so that probably didn't help. I never checked that dub, so I can't even say if it's good or bad, but I just felt as the themes didn't quite land because the character sucked. That character Makoto doesn't deserve this. Makoto doesn't deserve this, man. How dare you? Is it Makoto or am I confusing her with somebody? Hang on, let me check IMDb. Zach Pope says, what is your favorite 10 comic book casting that would be so hard to recast? For me, Harley Quinn, Iron Man, Captain America, Henry Cavill as Superman, Gal as Wonder Woman, just to name a few. Oh, so I definitely agree with Harley, Iron Man, Captain America, and Superman. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, for sure. I don't put Gal Gadot in that category. Not at all. Ooh, but there's more. I can. Chris Hemsworth just looks like a god in everyday life. But what was I going to search for? Yeah, Ghost in the Shell. What else? I am very close. I don't put it there quite yet, but I'm very close to putting Tom Holland in that category. So that's another one. Hang on, I don't want the Ghost in the Shell from 2017, even though I do like that movie a lot. That's the best anime adaptation we've gotten thus far. Okay, so Ghost in the Shell, Motoko, not Makoto, Motoko. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Duh. Thank you, Tyler Van. Dumbass me for not remembering Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. What else? More comic book characters that I'm looking at on my shell of comic book characters, I guess. I would put Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow there, because I know it's not my favorite character. I know it's not anyone's, I guess, favorite character. But yeah, that's another one. Bale as Batman. I wouldn't even go Bale, even though he's my favorite Batman live action, that is. But Kevin Conroy as Batman, that would be mine. Tyler Van. Have you seen Heath Ledger's last movie, The Imaginarium Dr. Parnassus? Never seen it. I have never seen it, actually. I don't know why. It's not like I avoided it. It's a movie I didn't see at the time it came out. And then it just never came to mind like, oh, I should watch that. How long is it? Because I think I've tried to watch it, but at the time I quit when I was looking into it, because it probably was too long. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Here it is. How long is it? Oh, it's just 2 hours, so it wasn't that. So it wasn't one of those cases. But yeah, I never seen it. Now you put that into my head, I gotta search for it to finally watch it. Do you think there have been any bad casting choices for comic book movies? Noah Centineo for Black Adam is one. Oh, hang on. Now this is an interesting topic. I think we should go through it together. Hang on. Why aren't you going down? God damn it. Okay, here it is. Hang on. I'm going to bring a window up. Worst comic book movie castings. I mean, Halle Berry for the Catwoman movie was not very good. Worst comic book movie castings. No, I don't want Bing. The fuck is wrong with you? God damn it, computer. No, share this one. Come on. Top 10 worst superhero movie castings of all time. George Clooney as Batman, that is one. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, I don't agree with. January Jones, she didn't give a good performance, but she wasn't a bad casting. Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. I'm a fan of the first Ghost Rider, but I gotta agree. Jamie Foxx is not bad casting as Electro. Ben Affleck was a great Daredevil. I don't care what anybody says. Wes Bentley as Blackheart. The whole movie was the problem. Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane was a very bad casting. Julian McMahon was not a bad casting for Doctor Doom, even though the movie itself is bad. Jennifer Garner was great for Elektra. The movie just didn't work. This is another one. Taylor Kitsch as Gambit is another great casting. The movie itself just didn't give him any. This is bad. Topher Grace as Venom. It's very. I like the concept of let's cast a complete opposite of Peter Parker, just a mirror version of Peter Parker. But this was bad. This did not work. Yeah, I gotta agree with this one. Whew. Dolph Lundgren would have made a great Punisher if the movie was good. Seth Rogen as the Green. I don't know enough about the Green Hornet to comment on whether or not Seth Rogen. Same. Malin Ackerman was good. Shaquille O'Neal as Steel. That's true. David Hasselhoff. Yeah, because it's David Hasselhoff. That's not good casting. Halle Berry as Storm was great casting. I don't know what Screen Rant is on, but she was great casting for everyone in Joel Schumacher's Batman movies. Oh, that's not a comic book movie, but okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I love Arnold, but whew. Ren, just curious, why do you prefer Conjuring 2 over the first one. I find the first one scarier. I find the second one much scarier. I just think it's the overall better movie. It has better direction, better writing, more interesting characters that I care about. It has better visuals, better score. Just overall improvement on the first. So yeah. Jack Alexander, I watched another round last night. I thought it should have been nominated for Best Picture, but my dad didn't think so. I don't know if I would have nominated it for Best Picture just because the competition is so stacked, but listen, I wouldn't have complained if it was. That movie is freaking amazing. I love Another Round. I still gotta rewatch Another Round because one of my housemates hasn't seen it, and he is gonna love it. That movie is so fucking good. Am I the only one that enjoys viewing Ben's Batman as a continuation of Bale's Batman? Continuity-wise, nothing in the DCU has contradicted The Dark Knight except Bruce's parents' death being different. I mean, they end up dying, so who the fuck cares? I never saw it that way. They're just two such different universes. I don't see them connecting. But hey, it's not a bad headcanon to have. Jack Alexander also thinks Jesse Eisenberg was awesome as Lex Luthor. Jorge, what are the best comic book? We just talked about it. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill, Harley Quinn. Tom Holland is very close to becoming that. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Heath Ledger as Joker. We didn't bring that up. That one was amazing. So yeah. I always loved Jennifer Garner as Elektra. She's just so gorgeous with her outfits in both Daredevil and the Elektra movies. I agree, the movies just happen to not be good. But Jennifer Garner is always a win in my book. As far as I'm concerned, she is always a win. Jorge, have you seen Narcos? Favorite story? Mine is obviously the Medellin. I hope that's how we pronounce it. Cartel. No, I never seen Narcos. I actually have a story about Narcos, even though I never seen it. So, Narcos season 3. I believe it was season 3. It was either season 3 or 4. I don't know how many seasons it has. But for I believe it was season 3. After Pablo Escobar dies, the main characters became like these 4 dudes who were like the godfathers of the cocaine empire. And one of the actors who played one of those godfathers was a Portuguese actor. And I got a chance to interview him. It was an interview over the phone. I don't even remember how I recorded it because after interviewing him, I had to type it all down and put it on the site at the time. So I got a chance to interview. I had his number and all, but it was on my previous phone before this, so I don't have his number anymore. But I remember I had like half an hour, 40-minute conversation with him on the phone without having ever seen Narcos. And I just said, it was more of an interview like, it's really cool that a Portuguese actor is going to such a big show on Netflix. And I asked about working in Portuguese shows and working on television, on cable television, and the difference between streaming and how it was different to working in sets in Portugal and international. So it was a really great opportunity, but I did that, and I had never seen the Narcos, and I still haven't seen Narcos. Not that it's bad, not that I have anything against it. I haven't even tried it, to be completely honest. Just doesn't appeal to me on a first glance. With the Daredevil movie, I've never seen it, but should I watch the theatrical cut or director's cut? Director's cut. It doesn't make a huge difference. The film doesn't suddenly become a masterpiece, but it's got a few... Sorry, let me take this out. I just need one headphone now. One of them is running out of battery. But the director's cut has got a few more things that I really, really like. In fact, I don't even have to have headphones anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just stick it out. A little bit better. Bluetooth. Okay, we're back. Daredevil movie has a lot of issues and flaws. The worst one, it's like, I don't know who or why they approved that scene, but if you take out the teeter-totter scene, the movie overall just feels so much better. But yeah, That's definitely watch the director's cut. Medellin Cartel is the Pablo Escobar storyline. So yeah, so I never watched either. Never watched anything of Narcos. Eric Thorpe, like until they actually call Robin, Dick Grayson, or Jason Todd in the DCU, I'm viewing Blake from The Dark Knight Rises as the boy wonder Joker references killing, and that's why Batman came back from Italy. Well, he was not a boy when he became Robin, if that's the case, but yeah. That's, again, I don't view it that way. I never thought of viewing it that way, but it's fun headcanon to have, man. Jack Alexander, what cut should I watch for Watchmen? How many cuts are there? Because I'm not sure what the name is for the cut, but I think it's like the final or ultimate cut or whatever the fuck it's called. Watchmen 2009. Film. Other characters, Watchmen, Minutemen, production. Director's cut. The director's cut, yeah. Director's cut is the one you should watch for sure. It's whichever one is longest, I think. Ooh, it didn't make a lot of money at the box office, that's for sure. Ooh, made less than its budget. No, it made more than its budget, but still, it only made like $50 more, around $50 more than its budget. So yeah, not surprised we didn't get anything else besides that. Oh, here it is. Thank you, Jack. So I'm thinking directors is the one, but put a pin on that. Remember to ask me again next week at the beginning of the show, because Zach is more aware of which cut is the best. I think it's the director's cut. But put a pin on that and ask me again next week, because when Zach's back here, you'll know best. Better than me, at least. Yeah, your boy is back during this stream intermission. I hope you're doing well, mate. Out of curiosity, what small indie video game do you think would work as a movie? Personally, I like to see Outlast. I'm not sure what indie games I've played, to be honest. Let me type into Google best indie video games. I guess best indie games. Have not played any of the ones that are showing up. So I'm like the worst person for you to be asking that, Patrick. Wow, I'm the worst. Seriously, I've not even heard of these. I've not even heard. Like, of the ones that come up when I type into Google, nothing. I don't even know 80% of these. I recognize Cuphead by name. I recognize Limbo by name. I recognize Hades by name. Recognize Journey, Undertale, but I never played any of these. So I'm literally not the person to ask, unfortunately. Jorge says, great for WandaVision. Check out my review of the finale. The grade is there at the end of the video. Definitely at least watch the director's cut of Watchmen. So most people are saying director's cut, Jack. So I would say trust them, because they're saying director's cut. Tyler Van says director's cut. Eric says director's cut. So I'm guessing that's the one to watch. That's the one I have still need to see, the even longer version. Okay. Patrick, I think the Ori games would be incredible as animated films. So you just started a conversation, my friend. I'm like the worst person, but thankfully our fantastic chat is here to help out. Tyler Van, a lot of people don't like the director's cut of The Warriors because they added the actual comic book panels to it, kind of like the Hulk movie, but I actually don't mind it. Is that the 1970s whatever, The Warriors that you're talking about? Because I've never seen that movie. I don't know if that's like a shocking thing, but I've never seen that one. Outlast, I think, would be a great suspense horror film, purely based on the fact that all you can do is run, hide, or die while navigating with a night vision camera while unveiling the asylum's secrets. Again, never played it. It's a game I recognize by name, and if I'm not mistaken, back last year in one of our shows we had Brett from BamTube TV, and the show back then was pitching a video game movie or video game show, and I think I pitched the God of War show. And even back then, I suggested either Zack Snyder or Gareth Evans. But I think Brett suggested Outlast. If it wasn't Outlast, he suggested a horror game. I know it was a horror game, but I don't remember which one he suggested exactly. But I think it was that. Something in my gut is telling me it was Outlast. Castle Visa, Cuphead should work as an animated movie in 2D. Hopefully they would make it in 2D. Or it would be perfect for animated films. I do agree with that. Again, I haven't never played or even heard of that one. Ori games. Let me check on Google. What are the Ori games? Ori games. Ori games. Okay, they're for the Switch. Ooh, that's a cute little animal. Oh, I've seen Discover. Definitely never played it. But I've seen like this cover with the blue lights and the little fox creature thing. It's not a fox, is it? I mean, it's walking on two legs, but it definitely looks like it's based on a fennekin fox or something like that. Yeah. Where were we? Okay. Outlast was a horror game that kind of revitalized the survival horror subgenre in video games back in 2013, being labeled at the time as one of the scariest games of all time. Good to know, my friend. Oh, is that the one? Okay. I guess it just makes sense to me because Man of Steel clearly at one point seemed like it was in the same universe as The Dark Knight Rises. I never felt that personally, but again, it's one of those things. I can't say you're wrong because there's nothing there to. There's nothing in Man of Steel to contradict that, but the Dark Knight universe itself feels so realistic and grounded and so apart from having any other superhero. I know technically they are set in real world, but I think Man of Steel is grounded. It is very grounded, but it's a different type of grounded. It's a different type of reality than the Dark Knight. It's a different type of reality than The Dark Knight. I feel, at least. That's just my opinion. Cuphead show is coming to Netflix, apparently. So that will be the first time I watch anything or play. I won't play a show. I will press play on a show. So that's the first thing Cuphead I will have any interaction with. I refuse to ever play Cuphead again. Broke way too many controllers playing it. Really? Okay, did not expect that for Cuphead. But what do I know? I've never played it. That's a cute little animal. You won't be saying that after the first 10 minutes, right? Why? He's cute. Does he become a monster? Does he become like a badass monster? Look at this little thing. Hang on. I'm bringing it up. Share. Share screen. Look at this little guy. He's cute. Come on. Isn't this guy cute? Like, does he turn into a badass monster, or does he turn into this sinister owl with the flash red lights for eyes? Come on, I think he's cute, man. Unless he dies. Does he die and you go on a revenge spree for him? Is that the thing? Superman 64, the movie, a movie where Superman just flies through rings the entire film and getting stuck in bridges. Well, it's either that or Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Which one is worse? Oh, shit. I mean, either one or the other. It's just gonna suck. Alright, guys, let's make it 3 more questions. Give me 3 really good questions, meaty questions for us to get into. And we'll say goodbye because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I said 15, 20 more minutes. Let's make it to 2 hours. Let's make it to 2 hours. Send me a really, really good question. Oh, God. Okay, so the first 10 minutes are very similar to Up, with very sad visual storytelling. I mean, but he's still cute. Okay, so he remains cute. Okay, so I'm betting his family dies and he goes into that mountain with the spirits to try and revive its family. His family or her family. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I don't call animals it because they're living creatures. But yeah. All right. I secretly enjoy Superman 3 as a guilty pleasure. You know what? Superman 3 is the one I've never seen. I didn't care for the good ones, the supposed good ones. And I watched The Quest for Peace out of fun, to get drunk at a party. It wasn't a party, but I got drunk with friends watching it. But the third one with Richard Pryor, I've actually never seen. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Resident Evil film, knowing that the character ensemble combines a minimum of 3 different games? I never played a single Resident Evil game, so I'm not invested in it. I like the actors a lot, at least the majority of them. Let us check. For all I know, they're doing a completely original story. So I'm not really afraid, but I'm not really afraid because I know Resident games. Jesus, Resident Evil. I know very little about the games. I know nothing about the games. What am I talking about? Very little. I know nothing. Kaya Scodelario is very good. Hannah John Kamen is really good. Tom Hopper is really good. Neil McDonough is really good. Robbie Amell is a very underrated actor, to be honest. Donald Logue, one of the best character actors. Don't know, Heaven Jogia. Lily Gao, I don't know. Nathan Dales. Stephanie Hawkins. A lot of these other people I don't know, but like the main 6, the main 6 people, like Claire, Jill, Albert. Oh, Tom Hopper is playing Albert. Okay. Albert Wesker. Willem Birkin, I don't know who he is, and Chris Redfield. Like these main people, I really like all the actors, but again, for all I know, it could very well suck, and you're probably right because you know the games way better than me. But yeah, I don't even know. Oh, he was Berkeley in Zombieland 2. So I'm that's literally the only thing I've seen him in. An original video game accurate story where none of these characters have ever entirely interacted in the games as an ensemble at all. I'm a Resident Evil purist, so I'm scared for this movie. Yeah, I'm against... It's gonna sound wrong. This is gonna sound very wrong, but I'm against purity when it comes to adapting anything, even if I'm attached to it or not. I call myself a traditionalist, which is different than purist, which is something I'm actually going to talk about being a purist and a traditionalist tomorrow in my Promised Neverland Season 2 review, because I'm going to have an unpopular opinion. Like I will say I was like downloading the trailers and the openings to put video clips on my review, and I came across like people who made videos saying they ruined this show forever, they ruined this story. Like, no, they didn't. Stop thinking with your penis. I know it's very shriveled and very small, but stop thinking with your dicks, guys. Purists of any kind, like when it comes to anime, are just the worst kind, and I've been in that group. I've been guilty of that myself. But Jesus, man, anime purists are just the worst. But again, Patrick, I'm talking out of my ass when it comes to adapting the Resident Evil, because I know nothing. I'm not invested emotionally whatsoever. So yeah, if this movie sucks, I'm gonna say it sucks, but I'm not gonna be affected whatsoever. So I feel for you, my man. We need a Devil May Cry movie too, and rated R, but please not Paul W.S. Anderson involved. Never played any Devil May Cry games either. It's actually something that does look very much up my alley, but I don't even know what to start. Maybe if they come out with like one of those combo packs for PS5, a remastered version of the first 3 games, and then I can easily get the 4th and the 5th, or how many there are, I don't even know. But yeah. I'm the exact same. Just due to my knowledge and childhood of games, I'm all for original idea. The animated movies did so good with that. I'm just scared. I do agree with you. I've actually seen one of the animated movies. I don't even know which one it was. I remember. Yeah, I watched it for the stupidest reason. I watched it because one of the actors, he was voicing Leon. I don't remember the character's last name. but he's voicing Leon, and it's the guy who voices Leon in that, and whichever animated movie I watched is the guy who was the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Time Force, my favorite season of Power Rangers. So again, stupidest reason for me to watch a Resident Evil movie. But yeah, I watched that one. Are you excited for Arkham 5? I do not know what that is. Is it the Suicide Squad game? Because I heard it's called Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. But if that's what you're talking about, I am very excited. But if it's not, I don't know what Arkham 5 is. How do you create your YouTube thumbnails? Photoshop. I get a wallpaper on Google or something. I record a video of me posing for something, and then I cut the background out, and I insert myself in front of the wallpaper. And yeah, Photoshop. It's the Batman game. I haven't heard of that. Is there a Batman game coming out? The only Batman game I know it's coming out is the Gotham Knights. Arkham 5. Batman Arkham. No, nothing is officially announced. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, supposedly the Suicide Squad game is set in the same. Yeah, it's set in the same universe. They announced it. I covered that for DC Fandom. But yeah, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, that's what you're talking about. Oh, so okay, you were talking about Gotham Knights. Yes, I am very excited about Gotham Knights because I love Red Hood and I can finally play with him. So I'm very excited for that. And those are both now coming out in 2022, so I cannot wait. It's going to be a great game, a great year for DC games. Okay, last question, last comment we're taking for today. I'm excited for it for sure, but it's weird how extremely they redesigned some of those characters, considering it's supposed to be in the same continuity as Arkham. Yeah, that happens. That happens, but I don't really care. Again, I don't care because games are not that they're not my thing. I enjoy video games. I play for fun, but they're not my world. I play them to distract myself. I play to have a new story and whatnot. If it was a movie, I probably would be the same as you, Eric. I'm just never invested that much in games. So if they redesign characters, I don't really give a crap. I know I'm in the minority. I'm not saying that's the right way to think about it. Just my 2 cents. But anyway, that is it for today's show, guys. That is it for today. Another amazing show. Thank you for everyone who stuck around from the beginning. Jack Alexander, Eric Thorpe, M. Chat, Patrick Burrow. It's very late over there. I don't know why you're so late, up so late watching me, but I do appreciate it, my man. Ricardo Solovisa all the way from Lisbon. And everyone else, Dominici and Scott, Tyler Van, also from Australia, turns out. The protagonist, Max Bolton, for your donations throughout today's show. Thank you so much. Guys, tomorrow I will have a review for the 2nd season of Promised Neverland. So there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. If you don't care, join me tomorrow. And you guys have been voting on the community tab on my channel. So I will be covering Invincible weekly because you guys clearly want those reviews weekly. Also, I don't usually ask for this stuff, but the Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews are doing very low. So if you could go out there, maybe share it, maybe give it a watch if you haven't yet. I know a few of you right now, I'm not going to name names, but I know a few of you that have already watched it. So thank you so much to those who have. But if you haven't yet, join the conversation down there and stay tuned for many more things throughout this week. I don't know if I'm getting Godzilla vs. Kong earlier, but I hope so. And if I do, I'll have a review for you. And all sorts of good stuff. I'm probably going to start the fan casting series this week. Going to be very exciting. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on that as well. But thank you so much for all the support, all the comments, all the questions. You are the best. Have a great weekend, guys. And if you're going to be there tomorrow for the Promised Neverland, I hope to see you there. Thank you in advance. So until the next one. I cannot even say my goodbyes anymore. Let's try this again. I'll watch a review later. I haven't seen the episode yet. Thank you so much, Jack. If you haven't seen the episode, I completely understand. It's a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the episode, I'm even the first one to say on the video, like, stay away from this if you haven't seen the episode. But thank you so much, Jack. Thank you, everyone, once again. And so until tomorrow, love each other.